The Moon's incredible real origin. Now that the rest of humanity has reached a remarkable level of scientific evolution, for supposedly until having been able to make the man to step and walk in the lonely lunar surface, incredibly it has not been sane for exactly to be able to know how it was really the origin of this satellite and of what specific quality is its elementary composition, for likewise to consider so much the possibilities to cultivate the life, or at least to establish temporary survival bases for diverse scientific experimentation, like presumably it has planned, for in consequence to extend the traveler space conquest to the Martian neighboring planet, for the most ambitious similar project of possible survival envelope in the same one. And that is certainly without stopping to be laudatory and hopefully project for many, doesn't let to be a simple dream or fantasy that will never be seen completely carried out, as bad it is believed and it thinks, because it is ignored that the Moon, as same all the other satellites of the universe's planets, is made up of a very negative residual elementary composition, not compatible for the life's cultivation, neither for the very long relative permanency of alive beings in its atmosphere, because nevertheless that it has been for hundreds of thousands of years under the constant peripheral solar reflection, it exists a discharge essential negativity or radioactivity that anything favorable it is for alive beings, because its reasonable origin was due to an integral expulsion of incandescent magmatic quality exit as a spherical body from Mother Planet Earth's whole uterus, when this for the superficial life of the same one was already necessary, and that it was product of an unknown consequent assimilation of the most negative living existing worlds evolved in the terrestrial surface during every 6,660 years, that after several phenomenal events of absorbance and millennial transformative purification of the same one, it was being inarguably cumulative for such a fact of similar score of product with similar characteristics to the basic creative astronomical bodies, who soar the molestar Sun and our planet in relative likeness to the alive and human being childbirth, that also we are its product, but different to this astronomical creation's case of conceptive satelllital origin, whose score it is also incredibly assisted for another enormous stellar integrity, which experienced a seeming midwife for aid of said phenomenal childbirth, that equally is made in every life's cultivated planet every 6 millennial quantity, that in having divided periods of 740, add the exact quantity of 9, in likeness to the months, that it understands the conception and that boy's childbirth in the human species, in that it can be even of different basic gender as boy or girl, because when it's conceived as boy, liberated it is for all numerous volcanic conduits as magma, whose is constituted by its considerably more positive quality, which fertilizer that favor the very reproductive evolution in the environmental natural life. But that very different it is when the integral product belongs to bigger negative quality or girl, because then such it is spelled integrally as a spherical conformation, but that time not by the numerous volcanic conduit, neither just limited to the interior life in planet's atmosphere, but for an only place and specific willing conduit for the case, which vaginal conduit until to the exterior of its same atmosphere, where it is already permanently subject, for continually to go around to the Earth's contour, and likewise indeed to serve with useful instrument, not only of having reflected night negative illumination in the life and planet, but also for, like it is known, to be constituted a much very remarkable and important indispensable thermal and marine balancing factor, etc., but also to be meant an unknown magnetic lives and beings protection shield against all enormous meteorite that could be meant even destructive threat and surprisingly able to charge many human lives when being impacted to the terrestrial surface, that this way they are avoided by magnetically to attract them so that they make it in its own sterile and solitary surface. Being likewise in a wide and satisfactory way explained and justified, the incredible one fact that the moon satellite is in fact a considerable daughter of the Earth and the Sun, that for she was incredibly scored or given birth to, as in an exact similar way in this fact it was before made in all and each one of the same familiar system's planets, from Mars until Pluto, with a satellite number relative to its proportional volume, balancing necessities, and the effective living cultural duration, that a certain test of it belongs and is evidently manifest in each one of them, and whose surprising scientific knowledge never before justified of that explicit conceptual way, it has been extracted of the one literal and graph work, the universal creation, as most complete and only world's astronomical summary, even in video of the same author, developer of more concepts never gotten to define for the old-time science, even like of the current one, who together with government authorities and common society of the world, especially astronomical people, they can no longer continue becoming deaf and blindly ignorant of the extraordinary important class of this and other videographic knowledge before exposed to the public for the same amount of thought and other more important items as very valuable important existential information that the most general possible should be known, which is necessary in here request formal word publication.